Colt, it sounds like, and it seems like Daniel's doing a lot more this week than he was last week. How has he looked to you, and what's your practice week been like in terms of reps? Probably less than last week, I would think.
Yeah, I think Daniel's moving around better. You'll have to talk to him and the trainers and Joe and kind of see where we are with that. But we've had a good start to the week, good walkthrough yesterday. Good third down day, getting ready for the Ravens. They obviously present a lot of problems with their pass rush and with their blitz packages. I think that's going to be our main focus on how to handle those, how to protect those, and it's kind of where we are.
You told us and a couple of other places too, how close you were to thinking about retirement during last offseason before you came here. Has this season rejuvenated you? Has this season made you want to stick around a lot longer? Made you shown you that you can play a little longer, or are you still going to go into this offseason with that as an option?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of where I was at last offseason had to do with my health and just if I could recover from that injury and play the way I wanted to play. And I feel pretty confident in the way that I've played this year and first time being out there in a while and it kind of rejuvenated myself. I've enjoyed it. I've had fun. I've really enjoyed being part of this team and this group of guys and these coaches. And, obviously you'd like to come out with a win last week and felt like we did some really good things offensively. But if talking individually, talking about myself, I feel very confident that I'll keep going, yeah.
What are your impressions now that you've been around him for a year at Darius Slayton? He's still a young receiver, but what kind of weapon can he be? He put up a lot of touchdowns here as a rookie and then got off to a fast start here, and he's kind of quieted down. I'm wondering, you've been around a lot of young receivers. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Darius. He's fast. He runs crisp routes. He understands what we're trying to do offensively. You can count on him being in the right spot all the time. He's smart. I think with this group of guys on this team, everybody's needs experience, right? And he's getting some valuable reps last year and this year, and he's good to throw to. I mean, he makes tough catches. He works hard in practice. If I was to say anything about our group, whether it's the receiver room, the running back room, just the skill positions in general, this is just a really hard-working group of guys, and I think Slayton fits that mold. And for me, that's fun to come to work to. It's knowing that when we step out on the practice field, it's work time, and we're going to figure out ways to get better, and nobody's shying away from that. And that part has been fun. And specifically to Darius, I think he's right in that group with everybody.
Colt, does he remind you of anybody you've been around in your career, like his skill set or his length or anything remind you of a receiver you've played with?
That's a good question. No one off the top of my head. I just, when you have, he fits what you want from an X receiver. He can beat you deep. He runs really nice slants and in cuts, and he tries to get open every time. And when a lot of the things that we do, having an X receiver on the backside of all your progressions and all your plays, knowing that he's going to win, that's a nice thing to have, and we're certainly lucky to have him.
We'll take two more. Canizero and Valentine. Canizero.
Yeah, Colt, Merry Christmas early.
Thank you.
I have two questions. One, just offensively, can you put your finger on why there's just the point production hasn't been there? I mean, we were talking to Freddie Kitchens a little earlier, and he said he felt like the offense was close, but at the end of the day, it's about the results. What are you seeing there that's missing?
When I think of the red zone, I think of tight windows. I think of being accurate with the football. I think of making contested catches. I think of protecting well. I think of, sometimes you got to get outside the pocket and make a play. And, we just didn't do any of that last week. All the things I just mentioned. And we can be better as a whole unit on all of those. And so I think that's what you have to do in the red zone. It's its own entity. And, I've played a long time in this league, and when you make the plays down there, you win games. And when you don't, you come up short. And I have no doubt that our team can accomplish those things. We've done them throughout the year. We just have to do it more consistently.
And just on a larger picture thing, 2 weeks ago you guys were in the driver's seat to win the division, and now on Sunday you're facing potentially elimination if you don't win and Washington does. I just wonder if that comes to fruition, do you view that as kind of a blown opportunity given where you guys were, just a couple weeks ago?
I see, our entire team's focus on this week. This is a game that we just got to go out and perform and compete and play. And if we do our job, we're right where we want to be. And I don't want to think too far away from that. What I will say is the feeling in here at practice in the locker room is the same feeling I feel every week. Guys are walking around. We're working hard. This game matters, and we got to go out there and execute what our game plan is, and take what we do out here and to the field and convert when we have to convert. Make the big plays when the big plays present themselves, and hopefully we collectively as a team play well together, complementary football, and go out there and give it our best shot. That's sort of where we are and sort of where my focus is.
Thank you, Colt.
You bet.
That's why.
Hey, Colt, I just wanted to piggyback on Mark's first question a little bit. We talk about offense with you guys, and offense, getting up and down the field is a grind for you guys. And, you've been talking a lot about the red zone, but the other thing that's been missing, when you look at the stats and all that, is explosive plays. Is that lack of opportunity? Is it game situation? Is there something, that you guys can do to sort of unlock some of those big plays?
Yeah, one example is we had a play action called there in the second half, where we wanted to, we had run and run and run. We wanted to take a shot, and, protection broke down a little bit. I had to get out of the pocket, and, none of the routes developed. And, that to me, we as an offense can do a better job of when we take shots, when those things present themselves, when the big plays present themselves, we got to take advantage of them. And then we have to do the little things the right way. I felt like last week we moved the ball very efficiently up and down the field. We only punted once. So however our offense takes shape every week, it's going to be different. Defenses play us differently. Games are different. You only have 53 plays in a game or whatever we had. It's hard to come up with a bunch of explosive plays. And so every game is different. And for us, I think most importantly is when there's opportunities within the play calls to make big plays and to make explosive plays, nobody needs to feel like I've got to go make this play. As a unit, as an offense, we just have to make the play. And I know that sounds kind of simple, but there's been times where big play opportunities are there and we didn't make them. And we hurt ourselves, whether that's a breakdown in a route or a missed throw or breakdown in protection, little things. And I've played for a long time, and you can't just call a play in this league and say, oh, this is going to be a big play. Most of the big plays in my career have come on plays that you didn't really know if it was going to be a big play or not. It just turned out to be a big play, and so to me, I don't stress out about that. I let the play call come in, and let's all as 11 guys execute this play, and we put enough of those good plays together. Several of them are going to be big plays, and we're going to score a lot of points. And I think, like Freddie said, I do believe that we're really close.